Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today we're dropping back into Crypto Mining Game version 3. We're going to be checking out some new updates. We're going to be looking at how our account is doing. So keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments, and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so here we are in CMG version 3 and this is my account. Now quite a lot has happened since the last video, but before we get into that I need to make two, yes that is two apologies to you guys. So first off, obviously I've not been around for a few days. That is basically because I went to my cousin's wedding, which is a long way away, and I did mean to put a post about it that I wouldn't be around for a few days, but I forgot to do it before I went. And then when I got there, I mean this place was so far out in the middle of nowhere. The only internet connection they had was with Starlink. That's Elon Musk's internet, which I've never seen one in the UK, but they had that. But basically I couldn't access it, so I was unable to do any, post anything to let you know that I was away. So very sorry for that. Secondly, I have led you a bit astray with this version of V3. Now what have I done? And I'm very sorry for this, but basically in my last two videos, and even on the live stream, I did mention that any work that you did in this version 3 will be transferred over to the open launch and to your account. That is wrong. Basically, I was told today that because this is a closed beta, that any work you do on this platform right now before the open launch will not transfer over. So basically the way it's going to work, obviously for those of you using version 3 now, there is a bit of a plus. So basically all of the exclusive rewards and benefits that you get for being a beta tester, that will continue over to the open launch. But anything that you build, like such as your drones, your levels, the amount of coins that you're mining, none of that will transfer over. Now the only thing I can say, and I'm not trying to pass the buck, but obviously I made that assumption. I thought that is how it was going to work, that basically anything that we did in this would transfer over to the open launch. But also as well, all of my videos have been viewed by certain people at the CMG of the CMG team, and I was never corrected. So that is until basically I was having a conversation with someone today, and they then pointed out that it's a closed beta, so therefore it will not transfer over. So very sorry about that. For those of you that keep asking me about transferring your account over to version 3, basically what will happen is that when the open launch is done, because you will be able to log in to version 3 as normal using your current version 2 username and password. So basically what will happen is the open launch will, in October. Once that happens, you will go to the Crypto Mining Game website, and basically rather than seeing what you see now, you will see what we see on the screen now. You will see version 3 basically taking place, replacing version 2. So that is basically obviously right now as beta testers we are registering new accounts, but that is purely to use for version 3 beta test, closed beta. Once it becomes an open game and everyone can use it, the closed beta essentially will disappear, I'm guessing, and then it will be replaced by the open, and everyone can access using their current version 2 CMG login details. That is how it will work. But like I say, very sorry for any confusion, that I believed that things in this beta test would transfer over. I am very sorry for that. Okay, so what has changed? Well, for starters, basically the quests are now available. So if we go in here, so these are actually working. And you'll also see that each one of these items actually has a proper description. Obviously it tells you here what you need to do to complete each of these particular missions. Then these are just the standard stuff. So obviously, like in version 2, if you mine for a certain length of time, you'll be able to claim a reward. Basically, if you burn X amount of crystals, this does change. Yesterday I had to burn I think it was 160. Today it was just 60. And then you've got spawn 6 times, craft cards, blah 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 blah. So all of these you can do now. In obviously my previous video, basically they were just pictures, but these all work now. All your missions work now. And obviously you can get extra missions, 2 extra missions in 6 hours. You can that's what you're looking to complete is your 8 quests, and then you can click restart, and that will work as well. So really, that's really good. So now that gives you some sort of objective to the game, rather than just going in and just sort of basically trying to figure out how things work. So that's obviously really good. Now, one of my big gripes with this, when we've looked at it previously, was the drones. Now, basically, it was set up that you could sort of only send. You could send as many drones as you owned, but basically, if you had a really close one, so if say our spawner was here, and we sent a drone to this one, and we sent a drone to that one. When this came back, we still had to wait for this one to come back before we could send both drones again. Now it doesn't matter. So if this one comes back before this one, you can send that drone straight out. And so obviously you can see I have 6 drones because I'm at level 6, and therefore right now you can just keep sending drones, but there are obviously certain things you have to be aware of. Every time that you put your respawner in or take your respawner out, that's going to cost you energy. Whenever you send a drone, that's going to cost you energy. So the faster you send your drones, the quicker you're going to run this bar down. Now that basically this does replenish, I believe it's every 10 minutes. But so let's put our, in fact, actually, because most of these I've completely emptied. I haven't actually gone to really any of the other biomes. I've just basically just been working on this one, just trying to up in my sensors. And obviously every time you up your sensors and stuff like that, you find more stuff. So let's put one. So if we put this here, so basically we can assign a drone to that and then deploy it. Now there is also another button that says send drone. Now sending drone will be an automatic thing, but it will cost you 20 energy. If you click assign the drone and then deploy it, it apparently will only cost you 10 energy. So for the few seconds difference, personally, I would just use the deploy. It's going to save you some energy, and therefore you're going to be able to play longer before you've got to wait for this bar to fill back up. Now, the other thing that is a little disappointing, which we'll get to in a second, let's first concentrate on the drones. So obviously we can deploy that. Then if we send one over here, we can deploy that, and we can send one here, and we can deploy that. And, you know, obviously we can keep going until we run out of drones. And obviously, you know, when you run out, because all of them will have a time next to them. So you can see our number 1 drone is already showing that we can collect that. And that's going to take 23 seconds. We'll assign that one as well. So that's all of our drones, our 6 drones done. Now, obviously, because of the way this works, if you find, say you're in a little cluster like this, and you say find that one is really good, one particular area is really good. Now, what you can do is you could basically recall your spawner, but that will cost you energy, I believe, and then you could deploy it again right next to, like I put mine right next to that one. You could deploy it again right next to the one that is really good, and then you could send all of your 6 drones to that one area. Now this one is good because it's got 5 junk. I'm not right at this moment, I'm not really bothered about cards, XP. I mean, obviously XP is good because it builds up your levels, and every time you complete a level you can add another drone. But junk, you require junk for building drones, and you require junk for basically upgrading your drones, as well as tools. So now that one is complete, we can then just straight away assign that again and then deploy it straight away, and that's going to come back in 26 seconds. But like I say, if you the other way you can sort of save energy is if you put your drone sort of a bit further away from here. So let's say we put it here. It's going to take longer to get there, but it will be quicker to get to the other places. But also as well, that time allows your energy to start building back up. If you keep basically deploying drones really quickly to areas, like I say, if we just sent all of our 6 to that one, yes, it will collect everything. It will collect everything really quickly, but it won't give your energy much time to start recovering. So sometimes, or basically, I would say that it's actually better to allow your drones a bit of time and then maybe go off and do something else, because it will just keep your energy, allowing that energy to be topped up. Because like I say, every 10 minutes it does give you a little bit back, but it depends how you want to play it. Obviously, if you've got like I say, if you've found a really good spot, might have, let's say it's got 10 junk or it's got loads of tools, you can send everything to that one spot, but your energy will deplete very quickly. But like I say, if you give it, put a bit of space between everything and then send everything off, if everything takes like 8 to 10 minutes, by the time that gets sent and then returns, let's say that's 20 minutes. Well, that's 2 lots of energy that should have been added to that bar. So that is, that it might be the better way of doing it, because it's always going to keep your energy bar topped up. Now, something else that popped up in the chat about the drones, if we go in here, so if we scroll up, this is, so basically, Boss NFT asked if it was possible about sending multiple drones. So I replied back to him saying, yes, you can. And I basically talked about or wrote how to do that. But then Stuart came in and basically said that you got to keep in mind that the first drone, so that is the drone that you get when you first open your account, that is permanent. All other drones will last 100 plus your solidity level, missions before they get used up. So if we go to home, and we go to workshop, you can see my solidity level is 7. So basically my drones to 3, 4, 5, and 6 will last 107 missions, and then they'll disappear. But but as Stuart says, your first drone will always remain. Now I'm not sure how this is going to work when it comes to V2, because say for instance, I have in my account 24 drones in my version 2 account of CMG. Now when they get transferred over, do those 24 become permanent? And then anything you build on top of that then will disappear after X amount of missions? Or will you get 24 to begin with, or I will get 24 to begin with, and then gradually I will lose them until I get down to that last one? I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. Obviously, there's other things as well that will get transferred over from your V2 account, which, you know, right now, I'm not sure how it's going to work. You know, say for instance, like your mining hardware, we have, like, I think it's 256, so basically what mines the Bitcoin, and then what mines Litecoin, or Tron and stuff like that. I think both of those I've upgraded. So when it gets transferred into here, obviously right now we're only mining one coin, and I believe I'm not 100% sure on this, so don't quote me on it. I believe that is sort of what it's going to be like going forward. There is a possibility we might be mining 2 coins, but obviously this is a conversation I've had with Cyril. Cyril has not confirmed it, so obviously I'm saying it is a very slim possibility we might be mining 2 coins. The conversation I've had with Cyril, I would like it to mine 2 coins because I think it will actually be better for the game and for the site. But obviously, like I say, I've had this conversation with Cyril. I don't really want to go into any details about it because Cyril, you know, hasn't really said anything about it. So obviously, I'm going to leave that there. But like I say, there is a possibility, but it's probably a higher chance we might only be mining 1 coin. So obviously, if you've upgraded 2 lots of different mining equipment in your V2 account, how will that transfer over to here? Will they just basically amalgamate the 2 and your hardware will go up to, say, let's say if we've got 2 lots of hardware we've upgraded in version 2, I've upgraded one to a level 10 and the other one to level 5. Will it transfer over to here to be level 16? I'm not, or level 15. I'm not 100% sure. Fan speed, obviously this is something that we don't have at the moment, I don't think. Power supply, I think we might have. So yeah, so that will be interesting as how that will change. Obviously, again, like I say, it will be interesting to see how our drones get transferred over. The other thing with V3, which I didn't notice until yesterday, and I was a little bit disappointed. So these are the areas that your consumables go into, and this is your inventory for your consumables. So things like your energy drinks, any sort of water, any food, all that lot will go in here. Obviously it will go in here as well, and then this will be sort of like your overflow, like it says here. You'll get that extra space, that one there, when you hit level 10. This is going to be when you hit level 15, and so on and so on. But yeah, that was because I spent the last few days in the world, and not only have I been trying to mine junk tools, I've also been mining consumables quite aggressively, and then I suddenly realized, well, okay, well, they're not appearing. So right now consumables are not happening, but obviously hopefully they will do soon. But we've only got a month. I mean, at the end of the day, what's the date today? It is September the 7th. The open launch for version 3 is meant to be October the 5th. So you've only got a month. So really, you guys have not been able to be part of the closed beta, you do not have long to wait at all, and you can get your hands on this. You can start playing. I actually am really enjoying playing this. I mean, I'm sort of playing version 2 and version 3 alongside each other, because I've got two monitors, I have version 2 open on one monitor and version 3 open on the other monitor, and I am really liking playing version 3. A lot of people were bothered or seem to think that version 3 is going to be overly complicated, or it's going to be so different to version 2 that they're not going to like it. But I'll tell you, I am actually really enjoying it. And obviously now the quests are available, so that sort of gives you, like I say, it gives you something to aim for, and the great thing with these and the missions is, you can just go into the different biomes and basically complete the missions, and obviously these are just your quests, your daily quests that you will do every day, but your missions will change. And I really like it, and the fact that you're flicking in and out of places and stuff like that, and through Google, obviously I don't know what you guys will be using it on, but I have found that using Google Chrome, this game works really, really quickly, in the sense of when you click a button, how fast something happens. And I found using Brave, it definitely is not as optimized as well as it is for Chrome. So if you find that you're finding it a little slow or a little laggy, but you're using like Brave, Edge, or anything other than Google Chrome, just switch over to Google Chrome, and I think you'll be very happy with the change, with how big a difference it seems to make. So we have got 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Remember, obviously, also as beta testers, we get a chest every single day. I went, after I'd been away for a few days, I came here and I had like 3 in here and 2 in here, and and various other ones, and I've just been rapidly putting them on here. And again, just like the consumables, you've got your 3 spots, but basically once you hit level 25, you're going to basically unlock that, and then obviously you'll get that if you become an elite member. And then obviously these areas, they've given you 5 biomes there. These ones are upcoming. You can, I don't know what the void chests are. I don't know if that's maybe if they build up because there's not enough spaces, and then once you remove these ones, they fill in there, or they're just, I'm not quite sure what void chests are. But anyway, like I say, I am really enjoying this just as much as V2. I will definitely say that I am enjoying it just as much as V2. And yeah, so like I say, with your drones, you've just got to be careful, because the thing is with, just like crystals and energy is just like V2. So basically, crystals and energy you require for pretty much everything. So if you want to upgrade your drones, you need energy, you need crystals, blah 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 blah. Your character, I've got this. I'm still only at mining 1. I've got worker 1, but because you're collector, if you look at this, the collector is a professional of collecting stuff. They will be able to collect more in missions than anyone else. So this is why I'm particularly concentrating on this. I'm basically trying to push this up. The worker is probably secondary, and then the miner would be like 3rd on my priority list. But also as well, I'm not sure if when we move over to V3 as an open game, will the mining actually be mining this fast? That is something else you've got to think about. Obviously, when you look in V2, we don't mine coins as fast, so I'm not sure. And the fact that obviously we're not transferring anything from V3 over to the open launch in October, basically, CMG team can have this running as fast as they want. We can think that's amazing, but then when we get to the open launch, that might run half speed or whatever. Something else that is actually really good is if we go in here, another thing guys might not have picked up on is if you want to overclock now. So you can actually use this as a slider to overclock, or you could. Oh, that's weird. That's changed. I actually moved that yesterday. I moved that. And now I can't. So, actually, hang on a sec. Let me just turn that off. Yeah, there you go. So you have to turn it off, and then you can... Oh. Can you overclock? Yeah, so you can, but that's only as far as you can go. So you can overclock that to... What is that, like 8% or something like that? Yeah, that's 0. Yeah, it's like 8%. You can upgrade that to, you can overclock that too. Not, like I say, not that you really need it in version 3 because you're mining that fast anyway. You don't really need to overclock this anymore. Also as well, what you've got to realize is if you do overclock that, that is going to start using up your crystals so much faster. And like I've just said, crystals and energy are absolute paramount in this game. The great thing is again, this could change in version 2, but is that right now we're finding loads of crystals. So we've got extra junk there. Yeah, but is that going to be the same in V2? Or should I say V3 open launch? That's I don't know. So we just have to see. Yeah, we'll just have to see. But that's pretty much where they're at right now. Obviously, they are working hard behind the scenes. They are adding stuff all the time. By the time we get to, in a month's time, you're basically going to be seeing videos of pretty much how it's going to be in the open. So for all you guys out there that are looking forward to it, over the next few weeks we're going to start seeing probably more and more updates because we are only about 4 weeks away, let's say, until everybody can access this. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. I do think that the addition of the quests and everything has made just even doing the closed beta much more entertaining and interesting. Obviously, it gives you more to actually do in the game. And, as these things come online, so once this comes online, if you've got loads of, say, energy, cans of energy, which I have, I have a ridiculous amount of cans of energy in version 2. I think I have something close to about 200 cans, and a lot of those are actually the 200 energy and the 100 energy, and then I've got some of the lower ones as well. I might even have more than 200, but yeah, I mean, obviously if you've got them, you can then consume them with your food and water, and that will help boost your energy as well. So you won't necessarily have to be so conservative with your drones. You can then absolutely blitz a certain area if you want to pick up like junk or consumables or tools. If you've got lots of consumables, like I say, lots of energy drinks, and water and stuff like that, then you can just keep absolutely clicking on those and pushing that energy up, making sure you're not running out. And then that will allow you to then, like I say, use your drones more aggressively. But as Stuart said, right now we're seeing that, or they're basically saying that apart from the very first one you have, all the rest will only last 100 missions plus your solidity level. So like I showed with you, my solidity level is 7, so therefore they will only last 107 levels. So it is very much a balance. It is very much a game of balance, that you want to sort of work as fast as you can, but at the same time you don't want to use everything up. You want to just keep sort of plugging along and building up your account, and yeah, and getting the most out of it. But I do think that once you version 2 players get into this, I actually think, and once you get the hang of it, I actually think you will enjoy this just as much as version 2. And but obviously that's my opinion. Only you will really know once you get playing. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I hope you found that helpful, informative, and fun. If you can, smash that like button. Give us a big thumbs up, please. It really does support my channel, which then helps me make more content to help you. So take care, have a great rest of your day, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.